All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Hakodash. Also, want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect. Back at it through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashim Shai. Just a quick epistle about for new brothers understanding the Bible and to show you the progression that's given to the Lord's hopeful elect men. All right. Now there's a bunch of false prophets out there, a bunch of people that have read the Bible from front to back, but they still don't have the correct understanding as it relates to the truth that Yahweh Hashem Shah would give a person, man. So it's people that have read this Bible. I can honestly say I have not literally read every single word in the Bible, but through the Spirit, we can, through faith, we believe that we have even a younger brother like myself have a decent understanding of on the scriptures, especially as it relates to prophecy. And again, a lot of people try to pick up our book and claim that they understand it, but they really don't. So this is how to understand the Bible for the Lord's hopeful elect. First, Isaiah 28 and verse 9. Whom shall he teach knowledge? So whom shall Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh teach knowledge to? And whom shall he make to understand doctrine? All right, to understand the words that's written in his book. Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. All right, it's likened unto a infant child that requires nourishment but don't have the physical structure, teeth, all right, and digestive system to indulge in meats and things like that. So you see infants and they're sucking down milk. All right, and that is how we have to be coming into this thing. You got men, and everybody starts somewhere, man. So it's not for us to be puffed up and prideful once we start to learn this thing. And it requires a certain level of humility, to be retaught, because we all inherited lies, man, via our captivity, via the enemy teaching us lies. So we have to be retaught through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. And it starts with the basics. The names Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, coming out that idolatry, and then learning, what the Lord requires of us, okay, before we start getting into the deeps and depths of prophecy and scriptures, man, because it really gets deep. It gets so deep, so much so the Lord really starts getting deep in Genesis. Now, if you don't have the spirit and power, the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah upon you, you're going to read Genesis just like, and have the understanding like a child, and still be thinking that the Lord was talking about, Eve eating an apple. All right, the Lord started getting down with the depths and secrets in Genesis. All right, that's not what happened. All right, nor does it even say that Eve ate an apple. And I know for damn sure, now as we get older, yeah, but I know for damn sure that's exactly what was taught to me when I was a child, that Eve ate specifically an apple. Now, the principle as it relates to a child, if you were to teach your child principles of Yahweh Shema Shah, yeah, that remains the same, that the Lord told Adam and Eve not to do some, really Adam told Adam and Eve not to do something. They did it, they got punished. All right, they got singed about for it. Yet that principle of disobeying Yahweh Shema Shah remains the same. But if you want to get into what's really happening in Genesis, well, you have to start from a certain place in relation to that milk. All right, for precept must be upon precept, and that word precept goes in to commandment. And we do know that all these things were written by inspiration, given by inspiration from Yahweh, by Hashem and Yahweh Shai. That is to say, everything in this Bible, what comes from, Yahweh by Hashem and Yahweh Shai. All right. So commandment must be upon commandment, commandment upon commandment, precept upon precept. All right, line upon line, here a little and there a little. All right, so sometimes in order to understand prophecies, definitely prophetic things, you're not just going to read in one part of the Bible and have complete understanding. You have to take a little bit from this scripture and then add it or stack it with another scripture, and then you'll have the full understanding. The Bible is very repetitive. All right, and it's decoded. All right, so people just can't open up our book and think that it's for them. They do. All right, everyone does, but it's so many layers and levels, to this word, that it'll make your head spin trying to really understand it, man. That's why a Lord teaches it where we prophesy in part. Every brother has their measure. Some brothers, the Lord has, look at our elders and apostles, have given much wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, to be able to go into, history as it relates to the Bible, or to actually be able to understand prophecy. All right, but it all starts from being weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast, just like an infant. We're babes. When we're new, we come into this again, we need to be retaught. We need to deal with the more easily digestible, things of the scriptures. And then as we continue to grow, we can start to indulge in more you know what's the word, more meat. All right, and for lack of better words, man, we'll be able to indulge in, deeper things, man. But we got a lot of people who like to, go their own way, feel like they can pick up the Bible, and hasn't really been chosen by Yahweh Bahashim Mahawashai to lead the people into salvation by teaching them the law, statutes, and commandments. They're teaching half truths and whole lies. And guess what? The Lord said that his sheep hear his voice. So no matter how many false prophets arise, the Lord's true sheep are going to hear his voice and not going to be swayed by these doctrines, man. All right. Then we go over to 2 Peter, precept upon precept, in relation to being drawn from the breast, weaned from the milk, or vice versa. Let's see. 1 Peter 2:2. As newborn babes, desire the sincere milk of the word, that ye may grow thereby. There it is, man. And when we first come into this truth, all right, we are likened unto newborn babes. Okay, so we have to desire that sincere milk, and that goes into being humble, man, having humility, and willing to trust the process, trusting that the Lord has set up his real men to teach, starting with the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. You have to desire that sincere milk, all right, of the word, that ye may grow thereby. And then once we, are on that right track, we'll begin to grow. Just like speaking in Hebrew. Come on, man. We come from barely being able to speak correct English, all right? Especially us in the South. Yeah, I know how it go, and it's amazing, and it's a miracle, really, to watch brothers grow and to be able to damn near sound like they speaking this fluent Paleo Hebrew. It's beautiful, and we learned that from growing. We didn't just wake up and be able, to speak in the Lashawan Kodash, and to formulate prayers in the Hebrew and things like that, put out curses in the Hebrew. That all start from desiring the sincere milk. All right, the learning the names of Yahweh Bahashim Mahawashai. All right, Hebrew names. Right, and then we're growing from there. Understanding prophecy, the mark of the beast, who we are as it relates to the Bible, where we live at as it relates to the Bible, who the nations are written in the Bible. All right, dealing with the different nationalities, who Esau Edom, our enemy, is. All right, that wicked man. Learning all these things, a part of that sincere milk, and then you grow and grow and grow, and now you can pray for quite a bit of time in the Hebrew. Now you got more than one prayer that you can send up to Yahweh Shema Shah in the Hebrew. Same thing with curses. You can put curses upon people in the Hebrew, and we do know, all right, through studying to show ourselves approved, that speaking in the Hebrew tongue and praying is more powerful than speaking in any of these bastard ass languages that we've inherited on this earth, man. All right, let's go to the book of Proverbs. So there it is. Being sincere as a newborn babe, desiring that sincere milk, and then you'll begin to learn and grow. But here's the process. Proverbs 1:7. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. In order to have fear in the Lord, first and foremost, you have to believe in the Lord. So you have to, it starts there, believing in what you're hearing. All right. Yahweh by Shema Shah, those names. And once you believe in the Lord, that they exist, all right, then you will understand all right, through the Spirit, that the Lord is capable of anything, all right, any and everything, and that the Lord is in control of any and everything. And there, where you will begin to come in the fear of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. The Lord's name, the Father's name is Yahweh, and the Son's name is Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. All right. So the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. And we don't want to be likened unto a fool. We want to be wise men out here. We, desire wisdom, because wisdom will produce our wildest imaginations, man. All right, Lord willing. And then we'll, again, precept upon precept, we'll bring out a couple precepts that pertaining to obtaining wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Proverbs, and then we'll go down to verse 29, 1 and 29. For they that hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord. So if you don't choose the fear of the Lord, then guess what? You hate knowledge. And again, you're likened unto a fool. And we don't want to be like that. Proverbs 2 and 5. Then shalt thou understand the fear of the Lord, Yahweh, and find the knowledge of God. There it is again. The Bible gets very repetitive. So when you hear something in the Bible over and over again, it's probably of the utmost of importance. So again, the fear, not thinking that you and the Lord are buddy. You're not even like that. Some of you probably are, especially you women. But are you like buddy with your boss, especially as in the military, man? You're not buddy to a certain degree with anybody higher ranking than you, man. All right, there's order, there's structure, there's rank, and of course you know that Yahweh is way up there, we're way down here, man. So you're not supposed to think, Jebus is my friend. That's what they teach in the world, and especially coming out of Eve's mouth, man. She'll act like she's friends with the Most High and His Son, and far from it. All right, because she's out of order anyway, and that's a whole nother topic, all right, for a whole nother lesson. But back to coming in that fear of Yahweh, Bahashem Shai, not being puffed up, taking the low, understanding that His ways are higher than our ways. So trust in Him and trust the process, trust the men that He set up, and you will know how to pray. If you're one of the Lord's hopeful elect, you're gonna inquire about certain things. Many brothers have inquired through prayer concerning the names Yahweh, Bahashem Shai. So if you hear these names and you don't think it's that, the only real people that's going to sincerely pray for something like that is the Lord's hopeful elect. Everyone else is going to take the name of the Lord in vain. They're not going to pray about it. They're not going to inquire. They're going to either mock the name of Yahweh Shema Shah, or they're just going to disregard it, which is ultimately taking the name of the Lord in vain, like it's something to play with. All right, like there's somebody to play with. All right, and that's the spirit that a lot of our people come in, man. All right, then we keep it in Proverbs 9 and 10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding. Again, fearing Yahweh Bahashem Shai is the beginning of learning this Bible. Okay? Learning your purpose, learning the future. You know what I mean? We speak about Esau, Edom, and his future. It's all in the Bible, but you have to, start a certain place by being like a newborn babe, a new creature, and being willing, all right, to be retaught. That's why only the Lord's hopeful elect can get it, because they have the spirit necessary to do these things. Proverbs 15 and 33. The fear of the Lord is the instruction of wisdom, and before honor is humility. That's the spirit. Going back to being humble, man. All right. So before we're honored and get those new bodies, all right, or even before then, when before the Lord lifts up a standard on behalf of His hopeful elect in His word, it requires humility. The servant is not greater than his master. We're taking the low. Giving diligence to make our calling and election sure. The foolishness of preaching, the Lord speaks about. All right, so everyone look at us crazy, scoff and mock. We're out there in dresses, let them tell it. That's all a part of the humility process. And then the honor will come. The Lord said He was going to lift up a standard during Jacob's trouble, man. So there'll be miracles happening, miracles of healing, miracles of offense and defense. All right, as it relates to the enemy coming in after us like a madman, like a flood. All right, but before we get to that point, it starts now, saying that you were wrong, confessing confessing your faults to one another, repenting, confessing your faults to Yahweh by Hashem Shai, saying that you were wrong and coming out of that type of lifestyle and behavior. All right. And then the Lord will start to deal with you on a certain level. Every brother's not the same. Every brother doesn't have the same measure of faith. That's not what they teach in the Christian world, though. They teach that everyone is equal, and they believe, truly, you can tell that they think that the Lord deals with everyone the same. No, the Lord has favorites, man. All right, look at Yahweh Shai. Could you honestly not say that Yahweh Shai is greater than you? Come on, man. Yahweh Shai is the Lord's favorite. Let's just be honest. All right. And then there's a whole rank structure, amongst the believers. That's not what they teach in the Christian world. They think that anybody can just come to our Lord, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh any old type of way, man, just by saying a phrase concerning an idol. But you will learn these things as you grow in the fear of Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai. The Lord will start to sup with you, deal with you, reveal things unto you. You will have the Spirit upon you to actually pray for wisdom, actually pray to understand the Bible, in the correct names. You see the difference? Then you will really understand prophecy. You will receive, the prophecy of the mark of the beast. All right. The World War III, the destruction of Babylon the Great, all right, the downfall of this wicked kingdom, the downfall of Esau, Edom. You will actually be able to receive these things. You may hear the prophet say and might not be able to receive it, but if you are of the Lord's hopeful elect, eventually, via the process, you will attain, that which you seek, which is wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, which is, again, will produce our wildest imagination in relation to that kingdom. That coming kingdom, that glorious kingdom. Oh, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. And we pray and hope to be partakers in that. All right. The book of Amos 3:7. Surely the Lord God will do nothing. The Lord don't have to do anything. All right. But he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. There it is. So the secret, the depths of the Bible, prophecy, it's only given to the Lord's servants, which is his prophets. And through their teaching, the remnant of the nation of Israel will hearken unto what those prophets are saying, because they come in that same spirit that the Lord has given them. Okay, so the Lord don't have to do nothing. If he want, I should have went up. Amos 3:6. Shall a trumpet be blown in a city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in a city, and the Lord have not done it? Absolutely. So we're blowing that trumpet through the Spirit. We're warning. You see men and hear men out on the highways and byways and on the internet highways and byways teaching you these things, teaching you about the coming time of trouble known as Jacob's trouble in the Bible. Are these people not afraid? All right. If they're not coming in the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, they're not. They don't have no fear of the Lord. They don't have no fear of what the prophets are saying. But if they do, hey, it's because of those prophets and listening to those prophets, which is ultimately listening to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. All right. So if you want to understand, secrets, prophecies, exactly how the Lord has kind of coded his word, man, that's given to the prophets, man. And if you're not a prophet, you have to inquire from a prophet. All right. And you can learn from prophets, via YouTube, man, via the internet. And that's why the Lord gave us these things, man. Pretty much anything that you want to learn through the Spirit, you can pretty much just type it in, and I'll guarantee you there's a true prophet out there that the Lord has allowed to edify. All right, whatever it may be, speaking in Hebrew, how to, anything, man. Mark of the beast, who Esau, Edom is, who we are, the 12 tribes breakdown, all these things, man. There are real deal edifying lessons on the internet that the Lord has allowed to take place, man. But unfortunately, for 2/3 of the nation of Israel, all they care about is entertainment, man. Us talking about the woman back and forth and juicy gossip, instead of really desiring wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, which you'll see that this is only for particular men, because again, we're the only ones that's gonna actively engage in that process, all right, of again being retaught, being sincere and humble, being brought up a certain way, listening, taking rebuke, and still maintaining frame, all right, taking rebuke and still calling upon the nature Abba Shema Shai, still being brotherly, and we're learning, all right. Everyone else, women, they're out of order trying to teach, all right, it's not for them. And then you got a whole bunch of men that it's showing, manifesting that they're probably not the true men of the Lord, that they're actually in the lot of false prophets. And there's so many out there, it is scary, you know. It's only a small, but we're teaching that through the Spirit. This is only for a small remnant, a small group. This is a small church. So, hey, you best beware of the false prophets out there, you know, that come in sheep's clothing, but you know, as a what ravenous wolf. Yeah, man. There's a lot of that going around right now. But again, the Lord's sheep hear his voice. The water Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Let's see what we got here. All right. The book of Ecclesiastes 1 and 13. And I gave my heart to seek and search out by wisdom concerning all things that are done under the heaven. This sore travail has God given to the sons of man to be exercised therewith. So, you know, that's the same spirit that we come in as our big brother. Uh Desiring wisdom concerning all things. First and foremost, the scriptures, serving Yahweh Hashem and Yahweh Shai, and then things that pertain to our own life, how to deal with women, how to deal with children, how to deal with brothers, how to deal with these other nations, all right, how to deal when the Lord brings you to a low estate, all right, and how to continue to serve the Lord when he has you on high. All these things, man, we desire, and that is a sore travail that's only given to the sons of man, right? The sons of God is to say, man. And we're the only ones through the Spirit, Lord willing, we're those men that are able to do this, man. And it is a sore travail, and I'll tell you why. In verse 18, Ecclesiastes 1 and 18, for in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow. Why is that? It's because we see the wickedness that's upon the earth. We know that we rather be with Yahweh Shem Shai in a perfect state instead of being down here mingling, all right, with these idiots, man, being subject to death, all right, 24/7. Death is right around the corner, man. So we are wise enough to know that this is not our rest, all right, that we are oppressed to this very day. Matter of fact, and let's go to Ecclesiastes 7 and 7. Surely oppression, and we are oppressed, maketh a wise man, not a fool, not an idiot, all right, but a wise man. Oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. So there it is, man. Oppression maketh a wise man mad, and because we are obtaining a certain level of wisdom, we're able to see that we're oppressed, and it's making us mad. All right, it's dry. We're very, very vexed out. We're stressed out, and it manifests in such a way that we have action behind our feelings and emotions. All right, we believe that this ain't right, so we're speaking out against it. So much so, in the book of Isaiah, a precept upon precept, here a little, there a little. Isaiah 62, and this will be the last one, I believe. 62 and 6. I have set watchmen, same thing, a seer, a prophet, okay? The Lord has set up watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, nation of Israel, okay? Which shall never hold their peace day nor night. And you see that and hear that via the internet, man, and what brothers are doing, and what you don't see, you know, when brothers are in their dwelling places, or when they're in their cars, or what have you, praying, crying out to Yahweh Shema Shai. Even though in these epistles, you know, is us crying out, not keeping peace day nor night. Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence. For us that profess, confess the name Yahweh or Yahweh Shai, we are not keeping silent day nor night. 24/7 there's videos going up throughout the four corners of the world via the internet. The Wadi Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai for that. And that is, that's it, man. So everyone that's coming in this spirit, likely, Lord willing, are other Lord's hopeful elect. But that's why the Lord teaches us about giving diligence to make thy calling and election sure. You have faith, but there's also action behind that faith. Faith without works is dead, and these are the works. If you're not a prophet, well, you don't have to necessarily prophesy, do you? But there's still action to be followed by your faith. You can't just say that you believe. You're gonna be tested, and if you are, of the Lord's hopeful elect, you're gonna be tested. And that goes for women as well. Your big test is coming soon when the Lord snatches the world from you. But if you're listening to the prophets, you should be somewhat prepared more than your wicked sisters. But you're gonna actually feel that. It's always easier said than done. All right, now when you actually feel the crunch or the great tribulation, my sister, hey, Lord willing, you know what you should be desiring, a man of Yahweh Shem Shai, and it'll be that much easier for you sisters out there. Again, this sword travail was given to the sons of man. We're the warriors, we're the ones that have to deal with the harshness of these scriptures, man. All you women have to do is really just follow a man of the Lord. And not saying it's going to be easy, but it'll be easier if you have a man of the Lord than out here by yourself talking about you an independent woman, or you're out here with one of these 2/3 niggas because he cute. All right, so that's pretty much the point on that. Just a quick, a quick epistle, man, going back to the basics, if you will, about, learning the Bible. All right. Coming in the fear of the Lord, desiring that sincere milk, not thinking yourself higher than you ought to be, not trying to deal with deep things because it'll bug you out if the Lord does not give you the spirit. It's very, very difficult to just open this book day one and just start to understand prophecy. Even if you hear it from somebody that really has the spirit of the Lord upon them, you have to trust the process, and you have to be a part of that process. And it starts with being broken down and then built back up. And if you are of the Lord's hopeful elect, you're going to see these things happen. And again, if you are of the Lord's hopeful elect, you're going to pray that these things happen. You're going to pray for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You're going to pray in hope, all right, that you're part of his hopeful elect. All right, you're going to give a certain level of diligence to make what you believe in, a reality. All right, so with that, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. Till next time, Shalom.